What's up, everybody? I'm so happy to say that we have Anne, Sophia, Deepthi, Praveen, and Nandini with us today. We're very excited to talk about this topic because it's, I think, one of those topics that's close to our hearts. So each one of us, we have a story to share about how we transition from hesitation to action. We had our fears, doubts, concerns when we heard about this business, but also we, I guess, leaped past that and took that leap of action, leap of faith, I would say. So that being said, I would like to have Anne kick us off and share how she transitioned from hesitation to action.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam. It's really a pleasure to be here today. And I love being on a panel with a global audience. It's amazing. So, I am Anne. I'm from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. And I had, a long career in the corporate world and also as an entrepreneur for 35 years. And a couple of years ago, that all came to an end. And my US parent company basically shut down my markets. And so I was left with no income. And that was at 58 years old. I'm 60 now. So with no income, I was just watching money going out every month and nothing coming in. And I was really getting stressed because I wasn't prepared for retirement. And I really did not want to start hustling for a 9 to 5 job at almost 60 years old. And basically, who's even hiring 60-year-olds, right? It's hard to get a job. And so, but I love to travel. I want to be free to work from anywhere. I want to enjoy life while I'm young enough to do that. I don't want to scrimp and save and budget. And so, for 2 years, that was me. And I tried some things. I lost some money here and I tried different things here, and nothing really worked. So I guess I had 2 years of hesitation, anxiety. But when I saw this business, right away I knew it was for me. I didn't actually have any hesitation because I had to have a plan. Because if I didn't have a plan, I was going to be out on the street at 60 years old, looking for a bed in my sister's basement or something like that. Because I'm on my own. I'm divorced. I have no kids. So I am so excited about this business. I just started in October last year. And, from January, I have been making an average of 5 figures a month. And so I'm seeing that all of my dreams, all of my plans, all of the things I want in my life can absolutely come true with this business. And I would say it's something that anyone should check out. So that's a bit about me and my story. I didn't actually have hesitation because I had to have a plan. And so this has been more than I ever dreamed.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that story, Anne. And also, what's awesome was that you didn't want to run back to that 9 to 5. You wanted to break the loop. And you said, enough is enough, right? And you made that decision. You said, I need a plan. Let me jump into this business. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that story. It was very motivating, especially to me because the same situation happened with me as well. My company chose to move offshore completely, and I was left with nothing. What savings I have, they're draining really quick, and I had to figure something out before everything goes wrong too. So, thanks for sharing, Anne.
My pleasure.
Sophia, would you like to share your story?
Yes. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who is watching and will be watching this. And my story on why I started this business was I am an ICU nurse. I've been practicing for the last 15 years, and I was part of the ICU nurses who served during the pandemic. And at that time, I was pregnant as well and delivered during that time. So my fear was literally held me back from enjoying the milestones of being a brand new mother. I was afraid to bring whatever is in the hospital to my newborn baby. So I stayed away and missed that milestone. When my daughter was born last year, I said I couldn't do the same exact thing. I can't miss that at all. So I started searching online and I found this business through a social media ad. And And it was a nurse that was missing milestones of her kids as well. And with that, the first thought is this real? Was my thing, because it's so hard to trust anything online. So I spent a lot of time. I saw that ad and I said, well, maybe I'll message her. Is this really legit? And so I messaged her and she said that it's a tax registered business. And I said, well, if it's a tax registered here in the US, the IRS will know that it's a tax, that it's an actual business. It's registered with the IRS. So it must be legit. So the second step was I paid the 149 with my credit card. So if it's a scam, then I can flag it with my credit card company and get the money back. And so when I paid that and I saw the big number of people, almost a quarter of a million of people who is making money online, I said, where have I been? All I know is being a nurse, working 12 hours, and my husband is a nurse as well. That's all we know. And this whole world opened up for us. And the hesitation went away right away when I saw that normal people, just like me, who's been trained all our life to work 9 to 5 or normal, just being an employee, is actually making lucrative money online. And I said, why not? Why not? I've seen the proof. It's a tax registered business. I said, I'm all in. I said, because I want to spend more time with my kids, and they're 1 and 3 years old. So I don't want to miss any of that milestones. They're only, young for so long, and I want to enjoy that. So I went full force. I went full force and never looked back. And I'm glad I didn't, because it has now, I am now as needed at work. I'm not full time taking full shifts and overtime. And I mean, I'm enjoying a lot more time and I'm enjoying being a mother. And that's what I got. So back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Sophia. I think you stated a very important point. Sometimes you got to see it to believe it. People, I think, of course, they have questions, but sometimes you got to see it for yourself so you can believe. I can tell you the info, or I can give you the information that you need, but when you see it, you start to believe it. So thanks for sharing that, and I'm so happy for you that you're able to hit all those milestones with your kids. I guess that's every mother's dream. So that's awesome.
Definitely, definitely.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Dipti, um, you want to share your story, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. My name is Dipti. I live in Calgary, Canada. Originally, I'm from Gujarat, India. I'm a wife, mom of two children, and a proud digital business owner. I'm so excited to share, to be here today to talk about something many of us feel, uh, but rarely talk about. The hesitation and fear when it comes to starting something new, like an online business. Let me be honest, when I first came across this opportunity, I was not the kind of people to jump in quickly. I had so many questions in my mind, like what if I fail, what will people say, what if I don't understand it, or what if it's not for me, the common fears. And maybe most of the people are also in the same space right now. They're curious, they're hopeful, but hesitant. And I get it. Will people laugh at me? Is this even real? I'm not the tech savvy person. Can I even do it? I already have so much on my plate, family responsibilities, time. How will I manage? So, what changed? What helped me move past hesitation and finally say yes? It wasn't that all my doubts disappeared. It was that I found answer. I saw real people just like me doing this. From different backgrounds, some with no technical skills, some moms, some working professionals. They were not perfect, but they were taking small step. And then I asked myself one question, like, if not now, then when? And I realized my fear was not of failing, it was of staying stuck, watching others grow while I stayed in the same place. One more thing that gave me confidence was the support system, a step by step setup, mentorship, real community. I wasn't doing it alone, and that made all the difference. And now I turned my fear to turn action. Once I said yes, I stopped overthinking. I learned step by step. I made progress, and the best part, I started believing in myself again. And so my message to viewers, if you're watching this and thinking, should I do it? Let me say this: it's okay to be scared, but don't let fear the decision make the decision for you. You don't need to be a perfect just to be start, because the hesitation won't take you anywhere, but action will. So, and we all are here, we all are support you, we all are guided. You won't be alone on this journey. If I can do it, if we can do it, you absolutely can do it. uh, that's all. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Deepthi. That was a great point because we need to overcome the fear. And sometimes we shouldn't even care about the fear because it's what we want. If we don't chase what we want, then what are we even doing about it? And I also heard that you are finally able to again chase your passion with dancing and everything. So that's awesome. I'm so glad that that's hitting back again. Thank you. And Praveen, would you share your story?
Good day, everyone. So I'm Praveen. I live in US with my family. I'm an engineer by profession and also a business mentor. So for me, when I started or when I was looking to start this business, I was in Australia. So with my family, so life was really good. So decent pay, decent job, and with kids. So life was really cool, and I was very much settled in my comfort zone. So, but thinking about my future, I was a bit worried because I know that as I gain experience in my job, my pay will increase. But at the same time, I don't know how long the job could hold me, or what happens to the job market, or the inflation is kicking high. So all these things was a bit of worry to me. So I thought at that time I was reading these books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then Cash Flow Quadrant. So all this made me to think that I need to have a positive cash flow. So I was in the market looking for these things, but most of the opportunities was really expensive, which I could not afford. And some of the opportunities where I need to partnership with someone, but I don't know how long that partnership can go. So I was a bit hesitant on that one. And that when I came across this business model in the online. So when I looked into this opportunity, I was not very sure whether it will work out for me. But I thought like why not? And then I clicked the link and then it just asked for my name and then the email. So I gave my secondary email to that one, and I was invited to watch a webinar. So I went and watched the webinar. So I watched like a couple of times, and then I came up with all my questions. I had a lot of questions, same like DT. I had a lot of questions. To be more precise, I had 28 questions. So what I did was the person was checking with me, did I watch the webinar? So I asked him, so I have these questions. And then we had a call and we were able to discuss about the questions. And he was not able to give me answers for everything at one go. So he mentioned like, so he'll check and find it for me. And then he actually came back to me. So I got answers to all my questions. So now I have two things, either to drop the ball and then go and then leave my life as it is, or take a step forward into this business and see what it is really. And that's when I thought, okay, in back of my mind, I was thinking like, I'm not going to lose anything. So all I'm going to do is anyhow, I'm exploring for a business opportunity. And even if it is not for me, then I will be learning something new so that I can apply in my other business opportunities. So that's when I jumped into this, and then I was able to see a lot of real people from different profession and then different background, different age. So they were doing it, and then they were able to leave the upgrade their lifestyle. So there are people with not much education background, so they were able to start this business and then do well in this business. So that gave me more confidence, and then I was able to continue in the business. And yeah, life throws us down sometimes. So I had this personal situation where I was not able to give the time required for this business. But I thought like, okay, so everything is gone, so I need to restart everything. But to my surprise, I took a break for almost 6 months, and then when I came back, so the business was same where I left. So I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. So I took off from where I left, and then I was able to take it further from there. So this opportunity was quite real, legitimate, and then it ticks off everything for me, and I'm really enjoying this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen. I guess piggybacking off of what Praveen shared, this is something that everybody faces, trust issues. Um, the moment they get to, the part where they have to pay the $149, people are like, yeah, no, this is not for me. But you did the right thing, right? You went and asked questions. If you don't ask questions, how are you going to build the trust? And if you learn about it, if you know more about it, is how you gain that trust. And you're able to like confidently step into it. So thank you, Praveen. Thanks for sharing it. Nandini, ready for
Hey,
you?
Sam, thank you so much. You know, I am so thrilled that we're all here from USA, from Canada, from India, from all over the world. This is the most exciting and the wonderful part of this business for me, that I have my wonderful business partners who I just love very, very much. And that's the best part of this business as far as I'm concerned. Going back to when I first came across this business. My name is Nandini, and I am a digital business owner, a mother of two grown up children, and I'm the happiest that I've ever been right now in my life. Cut to back when I joined, I was at my worst low physically, mentally, emotionally. I was depressed, I was down. I'm an optimist, and I was the bang opposite of that because all my savings had finished. I was forced to leave my beautiful city, Bombay, and move. I missed my friends. I missed the street food of Bombay. I missed the monsoon. I missed the beat of that city. And I just didn't know what I was going to do. But I just knew one thing, that even though I was 60, I was too young to sit on that armchair over there and just wait for what? For nothing to happen. So, every day I asked God, I said, okay, now what? And this business opportunity came into my lap. Uh, I didn't have the money. I did not have the money. It was not the money that scared me. I knew that God would provide for me from somewhere. But what did scare me was my own personal doubts. And that one doubt that I had led to like a domino effect. Is it a PYRAMID? You know what? Is it a this? Is it a that? Are these people even real? Now, am I going to be the main fear was, now that I look back there, was that am I going to be successful or not? Who can guarantee that? When I had my children, could I guarantee I'd be a successful mom? I know there were times when I was a really bad mom. And there were the times I was the best mother in the world. So, how can you decide before you even get into something? You can't. You have to give it a chance. And so I leapt in and I joined this business. And yes, it ticked all the boxes. It was legitimate. I remember 3 months into doing the business, I won three I got three very, very high commissions. And I remember dancing all over my room because the tax was deducted. I've never been so happy that I paid tax, but I knew that it was legal. Wow. So, anyway, I'm really the happiest that I've ever been, guys. And before we started this live, I wanted to tell everybody that we give you a coach, we give you a mentor, we give you a team, we give you a business in the box. So what you waiting for? All we want you to come with is a smartphone, Wi-Fi, a coachable mind, and yes, it's a business. So you give your time, your effort, and of course finances, because this is not a job. So jump in, guys. You're gonna love it. Thanks, Sam.
Well said, Nandini. I mean, you got everything you need right here. we're providing all of it, so why not just jump in and take the action, right? And also, this is as real as it gets, because you're looking at real people talking about real stories, sharing from their personal experiences. And everybody here had a moment where they had to choose action over hesitation. Well, except for Anne, because she was a go-getter. She said, I'm not waiting. She said, I'm gonna go get this. And that was awesome. So I think more people should take action like that, instead of waiting, because waiting only prolongs the process. You could wait for a couple of months, but those couple of months you could have made progress. You know what I mean? Like, I think waiting and hesitation shouldn't be a part of your plan. You should take the action, take the leap of faith, trust God. And if you have questions about this that you can trust about, ask us questions. We're all here. And I guess the one thing I'd like to leave you all with is hit us up, whoever you resonate with. Our websites are here. Reach out to us. We are here to help people. And I think as we build this business, we learned that it's not about income, it's about helping each other, and giving that helping hand out to people out there. So I'm so glad you guys joined us today. Thanks everyone here who shared your stories. Absolutely love talking to you guys today.
So great. Does
Thank
anyone
you.
have anything else they'd like to add today? Anybody wants to add anything?
I
Yeah.
think I love what Sam said about, if you wait, you're just going to be months down the process. So, Nandini and I are, the rest of you are young spring chickens, but I'm 60. And Nandini's, in that age bracket, and we don't have time to wait, right?
No.
So if you're someone who is getting up there in years, you don't have time. Like, it needs to be now. So I would just say, get your questions answered, reach out to whoever's page you're watching this on, and like, let's get moving, because, you've got to find something if you want your life to change. You can't just keep doing the same old thing. So that was a great point, Sam. Thanks.
Thank you, Anne.
Bye, everybody. And we'll
Thank
see
you.
you again
Bye.
next Monday at the same time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks.